expecting doom and gloom for the Wraith with that build, that team comp that we saw, but, Wraith was not having it. Cojones showed the cojones.
And he just came through, and we just see the health right there getting melted. There's first contact, there's a strike, gets melted, put down, and then he comes back, gets down again, and it's just constant downs. Everything's being thrown, and they're not quite able to keep themselves alive against a Wraith that's able to just snowball and get those quick pickoffs. It just shows you the value of those pickoffs going forward.
Yeah, no, that was some just dominant play right there. And, it is a viable strategy sometimes if you're confident in your ability to do it and you get that initial engagement in to just take their main damage dealer out of the equation. It's not a strategy that I would, employ in a lot of cases, but when you have Rogue Val in charge of keeping your assault up, it's not the worst idea to drop him if you don't have a support that's protecting him.
Yeah, and it just shows you that just a slight misstep at this tier, and you have to make sure that you're doing everything flawlessly and you're within those distances that you're always able to be picked up if you're stealth pounce. And Cojones is no joke.
Yeah, Cojones exploited every single mistake that they saw, and they made the best of it.
Yep. And that's something that comes with awareness, discipline, and training, just making sure that you're ahead of the time and yet you're able to do as much as you can and being aware of what's happening. So well played by Cojones being aware of what's happening, but I think we have a giveaway to do, don't we?
We do. I'm going to go ahead and have a peek at the Twitter right now, and I'm going to have you just pick a number from 1, 2, 3, 4. Pick a number 1 through 4. We had 4 people enter to try and get a hold of this here.
Well, the first person was the first person to do it, but I'm a big fan of the second number, so I'm going to go with 2.
All right, so our winner is at Lezoun PC, Soleil Adrian. I butcher names. I apologize. It's just deep in my DNA. So if you do me a favor and go ahead and friend me on, add me on Twitter, and send me a message, send me a DM, and I will get you the key for your hunting season pass 2. Their message was, please make esports on Evolve a big thing once I'll be part of it.
So it's nice to see it. So yeah, guys, we have more stuff to give away, so stay tuned, and we have more stuff. But again, I want to give a big shout out to not only, the Evolve team and Stealth Shampoo and everyone that gave us these codes. So thanks a lot, guys, for being a part of it, for being a part of TGL and a whole. But thank you to you guys, all of you out there right now, that helped make this possible. This is a quick list of everyone that was awesome, and I'm going to give it a quick shout-out. We have the Gentleman Squirrel, Whitehawk, Super Bad Juju, who's with me right now, Source TV, Bugsy, Necromanus, Daniel Silver, Jesse Bennett, Nick Pard, Cerberus Soul, Mario Agalopoulos, Nikki Violet, Mr. Nusprig, Chris Ashton, and Adrian Soul, who are our top donators who donated past the mark in order to get their name on this list. But we also had lots of other people donating, just a couple bucks here and there, and it all builds up. And we got over $1,800 to help build up. So thanks a lot to you guys, and this is all thanks to you guys. So stay tuned.
It just shows you, how much, love, support, and soul is still in the game, I mean, there's doom and gloom all over, everywhere I look, the subreddit and everything. But, Evolve's always going to be alive so long as we have our core group of people who have their heart and soul into it. And, you only need 4 friends. You only need 4 friends to keep playing.
So...
We're seeing a resurgence, I think. These sales are making an impact. I'm seeing a lot more new players whenever I go and queue up. And I've been trying to, take it easy on them when I play and, try and give them some tips when I'm on their side. And I think that's important. If you see new players when you're playing Evolve, don't get mad at them. Try and give them some tips. Try and, give them a warm welcome.
Make them your little baby bird, and you can just be like, all right, we're going to get you there.
Absolutely.
And if you need to vent, go on the forums. Okay? And you can actually go there.
Yeah, and the devs, everyone there, they are looking for feedback. They want to engage with you. Even on the subreddit, you see people. Shane, she's been on the subreddit answering even some of the most hurtful, vile comments people have made, trying to really engage and say, hey, we understand you're upset about whatever it is. Speak with us. Let's talk. Let's get a dialogue open so we can work to make things better.
Alright guys, so we'll be back in a bit, guys, with a quick video, but I just want to say thanks to all of you on the Patreon, so we'll just go through and show you guys that video, and we'll review it with the new video that you guys have just seen only once. It's not even online yet. This is the only place you can see it, and we'll bring that back to you in a minute. So stay tuned.
Hey guys, Kaiser Tim here to talk to you about our TGL campaign for Patreon. We've always wanted to do a tournament for the community, by the community, and TGL Season 2 gives us the opportunity to create the first ever crowdfunded tournament for Evolve. Now our funds raised by this campaign go towards our prize pool for the players to compete for and to help pay our staff for all the amazing work that they do. So why Patreon? Patreon allows us to fulfill our dream of making a league for Evolve with real stakes on the line. The more patrons we get allows us to make a bigger and better competitive scene. We're also all about the community, so we wanted a way to interact with you guys for helping us with our dream, so check out our rewards. You can donate to support our cause, or for just starting at $5 a month, that gives you early access to TGL content where we can show patrons what we're releasing before anyone else, and you guys can give us feedback on how we can shape the competitive scene further. Donating to Patreon is as easy as setting the amount and clicking to become a patron. Fill out all the information and away you go. All the money will go directly into our prize pool and to pay for our staff, like our caster's Nikki, meaning he won't have to starve tonight. It also gives us stakes on the line for players to compete over. Help us support the greatest league Evolve has ever seen by becoming a patron. Wait, should I look there or should I just stop?
It's getting so low. Here comes the last bit of shield. Heavy comes in and finishes up Hanks. Oh no, oh no, oh no, is the orbital gonna finish it? Oh, the damage coming in.
Great rock throw right there, eats it right to the face.
Here comes the orbital, gonna be connecting on one blast. Hello everyone and welcome back to the Gentleman's League, the pinnacle of Evolve Esports, and bringing you the best Evolve has to offer with teams and everything else. We are going to get set up with the next match. So with me, of course, is the one, the only, the super bad Juju, who's right there just typing away, doing that last giveaway. We have more to give you in a moment. He's just busy right now. He's got a serious face on.
You betcha, you betcha. It's just trying to, get the logistics here and deliver the prize and make sure I'm delivering it to the right person.
There you go. So let's take a look at the brackets quick, as they should be coming up. There they are right now. So those of you, what you see on screen, we're looking at JSMS versus Dildozers. As we're seeing in the previous one, we saw Team YP come up against Dome Destroyers and just show the power of not only Cojones coming through as a substitute for Source TV, but able to show that he's able to do Wraith and play it quite effectively.
Yeah, didn't even care about the changes of those heavy attacks. Didn't make a difference. They were in there just exploiting mistakes and doing work. I do gotta say, I was impressed with Mini CP's positioning in that game. Did you notice that?
It was actually very nice to see like his positioning, because he went on like high grounds and points with long sight lines. That way he was able to snipe and everything else quite effectively. So
Yeah.
And just his way coming forward. So it's be interesting to see what Mini does in the future. I'm sure we'll see him around. He'll be everywhere. Keith was quite evasive. We saw a very strong performance by Dome Destroyers, but YP showing that they won the majors for a reason.
Absolutely, and I mean, I really can't say that Dome Destroyers played terribly or anything like that. It was just YP they're the top right now. They are the team to beat.
It's almost like they're the #1 seed or something.
Almost like that, I know. Strange.
Wonder why. But yeah, so we're looking at this. We actually have Dildozers versus JSMS coming up next, which is a very interesting and very tight-packed competition between these two teams. Both of these teams have gone up against Team YP, and both of them have gotten victories. Dildozers being, the September, October favorites, and JSMS now being, my current favorite team right now. I'm sorry, guys. I'm saying
I got love. Yeah, I got It's the underdog story. It is the underdog story. It was, who are these guys? Wow. They start tearing through some like well-known teams, and it's like, where these guys come from?
And they've come through, and they came through a go for, went against Team YP right at the get-go, and knocked out Team YP.
Yeah, no,
Right at the
it's
start.
crazy stuff.
So Team YP didn't even make it to a finals one week. Like it's just one of those things. Like JSMS have shown that they can compete, and they are contenders, as Rocky would say. So.
Adrian!
Adrian, I am a contender. He's just
my
so
wife
beaten.
my wife was watching that last night. I don't know what prompted her to do it, but I hear that like from the living room. I'm in here screaming. I just hear like Adrian!
Oh man. But yeah, so we're going against that. We also have TPA versus LFC and DTR versus Inspector Cabot. We'll get more into those games later. Right now, we are looking at Dildozers and JSMS, and I'm stoked. I don't know who's gonna win this. Like Dildozers, the kings of bizarre. They're just weird as like their builds. All right, I'm gonna make sure you guys can see my face on this one. They're weird as. You don't know what they're doing. Like you can't ban against them.
Yeah.
What do you ban?
Crowd pleasers. They're crowd pleasers.
Like you look at the bans, you look at the score sheet, right? Like the ban sheet. What do you ban?
Sure. Yeah. It looks like I don't know what they're gonna do. I mean, they have so many different comps. It's really tough to ban. I mean, we've seen Laz comps from them. We've seen them Jack. We've seen them run Griffin. We've seen them run. There's really no comp that I don't think I've seen them run. They've used almost every hunter in their comps over the past competitions.
Yep. There's nothing you can do. It's like you look at the screen. Okay. Well, let me just pull this up for you. You see this screen right here? Everything needs an X in order to ban Dildozers. Like everything right there needs an X. Like that's the only way you're gonna do it. And
absolutely.
They've come through. Like they've come through with. I think the only thing we haven't seen from them is a Rogue Val composition, which is because they haven't done anything with it yet. They took a break. They took a hiatus.
Or maybe we'll see it today.
Maybe.
Although, I don't know. Maybe we'll see a Rogue Val ban. Because everyone's been running her. If I'd been watching these games and I was playing and seeing the popularity and some of the work that she's been doing, I'd consider it. I don't know.
So, like, you look into this, and it's just like, I don't know. And JSMS have shown that they have a good amount of compositions as well. They've done some weird ones. I think, like, they basically have, like, 3 main compositions that they run. But again, that's still more than you need. You only need, really, 2. And so
absolutely.
It's something that, we're seeing JSMS doing that, and they're coming forward. They're performing well. They've come to finals of Go For Sundays. I think they've won a Go For Sunday. I think they've won 1.
Yeah. No, Cerberu's come a long way.
Yep.
Jesus, great plays out of him sometimes.
Hashtag save Jesus.
Yeah, you know it. That was a phenomenal game.
So, actually, no, wait. So, bans are coming through right now. I'm just catching up right now. We actually have our first ban actually being on Goliath because it's going against Deanimate, and that is his main. So
which makes sense.
It's Deanimate. Like, there's very few people that you say, okay, I'm going to let you play your main. No, Deanimate's not on that list. I'm sorry.
Although he's mastered Meteor Goliath as well. I've seen him, really toss some people about on Meteor Goliath.
All right, so we have, let's see.
The variations make it interesting. You ban one, but there's still, like, one version left.
Yeah. There's one thing that, like, we talked about before is, like, so one thing is you get into bans, right? You look at variations. Are the variations considered the same monster? Because they're played stylistically the same. It's just a slight difference on their ability. So, like, if you ban, does it still count? But no, like, we had a big discussion with all the teams and had them, decide, hey, do you guys think the variant should be considered, like, if I ban Goliath, should I get, like, a double ban? But no, not until the rest of the variants are released do they think that might play a factor. But for now, they think they're 2 completely different monsters.
And the truth is that, the team that you play against them, like, I would run different hunters against Meteor Goliath than I would regular Goliath. Even though the monster's not that different, I think how you handle them becomes a bit different.
Yeah. So we are seeing everything else being done, and bans, of course, being Sunny, Torvald, Jack, and Val, and Everything else is going pretty much just as standard does with this composition. So let's take a look at that right now. I actually didn't put it on the screen for you guys, but yeah, so that's what we're looking at. And of course, then pickup was actually going to be Meteor Goliath. So we have Goliath band going with the Torvald band, followed by Hyde, a Jack band, followed by